Counterfeiting Minister refers to something capable of passing for a currency note or coin of that description, or if it is a currency note or coin which has been so altered that it is capable of passing for a note of coin of some other description. A long way around of saying basically a fraudulent copy. Ireland is the last country to transpose this 2014 directive on the protection of the euro and other currencies against counterfeiting. The main planks of the directive calls on Member States to introduce criminal offences and sanctions relating to counterfeiting of the euro and other currencies. The directive also addresses territorial jurisdiction and calls for special investigation powers and measures. This directive, transposing into law, will conjoin Ireland with protecting against counterfeiting to ensure the continued confidence and trust in the authenticity of the euro currency. Without an integral value supported and controlled by international law, no one could have confidence dealing in euros, thereby threatening EU financial stability. Financial probity, integrity and resilience is the bedrock of a currency, and this can only be ensured by adequate, coordinated law to protect against currency counterfeiting. The bill is set to provide for a range of new powers and functions for the Central Bank of Ireland in respect of monitoring and enforcement measures relating to suspect counterfeit euro currency, and no currency that is not deemed to be suitable for recirculation. Included is the designation of the currency centre of the Central Bank as a national analysis centre for euro notes and coin, and the National Analysis Centre for coin for euro also. The legislation provides for offences committed by a body corporate or which are attributable to a person who is a director, manager, secretary or other officer of the body corporate. Such a person, as well as the body corporate, may be found guilty of an offence. Counterfeiting has long been a lucrative trade and often perceived a victimless crime, unless, of course, you are the person receiving the counterfeit monies as payment. Since 2002, organised crime groups active in money counterfeiting of the euro have caused financial damage of at least €500 million. Without robust law and oversight, this figure would be far higher, causing not alone debt, but it also has the potential to erode market sentiment in trading euro-denominated holdings. It is in the interests of the Union as a whole to oppose and pursue any activity that is likely to jeopardise the authenticity of the euro currency by counterfeiting. The National Analysis Centre will look at suspect counterfeit banknotes and coins that are sent to the Central Bank. It has a duty to examine, record and monitor suspect counterfeits as part of a strategic defence to counterfeit activity. The National Analysis Centre is also tasked with providing training to professional cash handlers, members of An Garda Síochána, customs officials and other bodies on counterfeit detection. The courts must also recognise both the loss that can occur as a result of counterfeiting, as well as the overall system vulnerability to large and wide-scale counterfeiting, which could have a macroeconomic effect not just for Ireland but for other member states. As such, significant criminal sentencing must apply to counterfeiting for those who actively collaborate to support it. Euro banknotes have been undergoing a series of security improvements in recent years, and the more recent Europa series provides for more sophisticated security measures aimed at ensuring the security of the currency. A range of print and security features are being rolled out to improve the identification of approved euro notes and to confound possible copying. The ECB also provides training material in the form of an e-learning course covering the characteristics, authenticity, the fitness of the banknotes to complement professional cash handlers' training. Despite these improvements, Eurozone reports for the second half of 2019 note that 308,000 counterfeit euro banknotes were withdrawn from circulation in the second half of 2019. This represents a 22% increase when compared with the first half of 2019 and a 17% increase on the amount in the second half of 2018. Of these counterfeit notes, 96% were found in other euro area countries. This demonstrates the need for vigilance, for training systems and for detection devices for businesses in Ireland who handle predominantly cash payments. Ireland has come a long way in terms of how we do business and deal with money transactions. Cash payments are becoming less commonplace as we appear to be moving to an almost cashless society. Nonetheless, we need to know our currency is solid and secure. The proposed changes that ratifying this directive calls for will keep us in lockstep with our European partners in terms of protecting our common currency and providing protection to our consumers. Given that we have prevaricated to date on this issue, and understanding now most forcibly as a result of COVID that Berlin is indeed definitely closer than Boston, I would propose the House moves appropriate legislation to meet the requirements of this directive and resulting legislation at the earliest opportunity.